is that India has been filled with great writers, and scholars have often been in the presence of great writers, and they've learned to justify their existence in various ways. Here is how one Sanskrit poet put it: Kavi karoti kavyani swadam janati panditaha sundarya pilavanyam patir janati no pita. The poet writes the poems, but the scholar really understands them. Who appreciates the beauty of a woman? Her father or her lover? I have to say that I'm particularly honored to follow in the footsteps of Girish and Anantamurti. These are very dear old friends of mine, great writers of, we're speaking about the Deshavashas, great writers of Kannada, people who over the years filled me with a kind of passion for Kannada. If you scratch a Bengali, you'll find a philosopher. If you scratch a Kannadiga, you will find a poet. And these poets, Anantamurti, Girish Karnad, and others who are no longer with us, A.K. Ramanujan, D.R. Nagaraj, the great social critic and lover of literature, transmitted a kind of infectious enthusiasm for Kannada to me. And I had the great opportunity years ago to study Halagannada in Mysore. And I learned a couple of things that I want to share with you about not just Kannada, or old Kannada, but about the larger world of Indian literature that I came to understand through studying this particular language. The first thing I came to understand was that a festival like the Jaipur Literary Festival is actually a very old institution in India. I'd like you to just come with me 7 centuries on a little thought experiment 7 centuries ago to a little place called Kalyana in North Karnataka at the end of the 12th century. There was a literary festival all the time. And this is a literary festival that was absolutely extraordinary in its representativeness of the, as Dr. Karan Singh said, of the multiplicity of Indian literary creativity in Kalyana in the end of the 12th century. At that literary festival, you would have heard Sanskrit and Prakrit and Apabhramsha. You would have heard Gujarati. You would have heard Kannada. You would have heard Madhya Deshiya, a form of Hindi. You would have heard Bangla, Oriya. It was an extraordinary array of amazing poetry on offer in a place like Kalyana at the end of the 12th century.